Perfect.
We did it. We did it.
Yep.
Oh,
All
oh my
right.
God! It's been so long. It's
Are
been
we
so
in?
long.
Are we in?
Yeah.
We're in. It's
We're
been
in.
so
Well,
long.
last episode was just me and Jan
Yeah.
because you guys
How was
you
the,
guys were at an
the
orgy or something. I don't know. We made
Yes.
some story up for why you guys weren't here. I don't remember what it was.
huge orgy, big Hollywood
With family.
orgy.
With yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what was happening. What episode did you guys do last week?
We did His Way, which was super fun, and we were really disappointed that you guys weren't here for that one.
That's a
That's
bummer.
one where Vic teaches Odo how to fuck.
Oh man, dang.
Yeah.
What a delight.
Yeah. So, what?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna stop and then start the stream again real quick.
It's a setting. You know that setting?
Yeah, I will try. I'm not 100% sure how much it's gonna help me, but
True.
Okay.
how do I pause it?
I don't know.
I know. I'm trying to remember.
Oh whoa! It just takes a photo real quick. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Me either. But
Whatever.
I'm gonna keep looking for it. But we'll sync.
You guys are actually your video is actually both really good right now. So
For now.
true.
Oh, now.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Trek.
Trek.
Perfect. Love
Beautiful.
it. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're coming to you live from cloudy
Los Angeles, California.
Cloudy.
It's a cloudy day
Yeah,
today.
that June gloom, as they call it.
The June gloom. It'll probably burn off around 1 o'clock. And
Yep.
then we'll
Right
be
when
good.
you're in the movie theater.
Right when I'm in the movie theater.
Oh, what are you gonna go see?
Furiosa.
Furiosa.
I already saw it, but Tess hasn't seen it, so we're gonna go see it.
That'll be fun.
It's a delight. Also saw Bad Boys last night, which did not expect to enjoy, but it is a delight.
What's Bad Boys? I've never even heard of it.
You've never heard of Bad Boys, Mark?
Oh, like the old movie,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the one
yeah,
with Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Oh, I thought there was a new movie called Bad Boys. I was like, I know the.
Well, there is a new Bad Boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was about to say, Mark,
Bad Boys is like from when I was in high school.
yeah, they made another one, or they made 2 more.
Oh,
But
yeah,
this is the most recent one, and it was kind of fun. I saw it at the Vista, and there was 10 people in attendance in that huge
Damn.
theater.
Oh no.
Dude, I feel like that's just the way the Vista's been these days.
Really? When did
Is that
you
just
go?
me? I don't know.
I
I,
don't
went,
know.
I went and saw Civil War, and there was like not
pretty
even
empty.
half full. Yeah.
Oh, that makes me very sad, actually.
How was Civil
Yeah.
War? It looked interesting.
I have thoughts.
It was
It's
interesting.
not. It is interesting. It's not bad, but it's like I don't know. It was one of those movies where I walked away with it. I'm like, I either need to sit with it or I need to see it one more time, and I did neither of those, and so I don't really know. Like,
I did
there's-
probably the gayest thing I've ever done over the weekend.
I mean, it's Pride Month, Mark. Get it.
I know, which is the time to do it. I bought tickets to the Sound of Music sing along at the Hollywood
Wow.
Bowl.
That is the gayest thing I've
Which-
ever heard.
Which a friend won lottery tickets to it a couple of years ago, and he and I went. And I'm not a big Rodgers and Hammerstein fan. I'm not a big Sound of Music fan.
Yeah.
It was honestly so fun. Like we
It
had such a
sounds
blast.
Incredibly fun, honestly.
Like, because you're like, if you're watching Sound of Music at home, like you're like, this
You're
is
singing along.
super lame, like whatever.
Yeah.
But if you have like the Hollywood Bowl and everyone is singing along to the songs. They have like they have like
and everyone's
and
going.
yeah, and everyone is rocking out, and everyone they have like costume contests and like all this kind of
Whoa.
stuff. People are like dressed in lederhosen and
All
like,
right.
oh, I made this from the curtains, and like, yeah, it was fun.
That's fun. That sounds.
I hope
super
there weren't
fun.
any. I hope there weren't any Nazis there.
There weren't any Nazis. No, but like, unlike people, the characters come on screen and people are like, "You suck," and they like shine lasers on the screen and stuff, and they like boo and hiss, and then it's like boo. It's like amazing.
That's
And
so
so
fun.
it's in October. So Samuel and I are going to go in October.
That is a
Um,
delight.
yeah.
Oh my god.
And tickets are
Speaking
like $40, so we got tickets
that's not bad at all.
for like the
That's
M
cheap.
section. You can
Yeah.
you can get tickets for like $15 if you're up in the rafters, or like $200 if you're down on the floor. But
Whoa.
Right.
That
But
sounds
still,
great.
like we just bought tickets to LCD Sound System in November at the Palladium,
Uh-huh.
and they were like
Yeah.
$100 for just general admission
right.
per
Whoa.
ticket.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So $40 ain't bad.
Yeah.
$40 ain't bad at all. I haven't gone to a concert in ages, so
We love the Hollywood Bowl. It's like our favorite venue.
I
I
only went
think-
to the Hollywood Bowl once to see Van Morrison, and it was a
My
weird
biggest issue with the
experience.
Hollywood
Van
Bowl-
Morrison's fun.
I mean, it was fun.
I like the Hollywood Bowl, but my biggest issue with it, and I've had it a couple times now, is that everyone just sits there, and there's no like. So if you want to get up and dance, you always feel like you're imposing on people, or you got to like get up and go to the back. And like
Yeah.
for a concert venue, it's kind of shitty. Like
We did the Game of Thrones concert there, which was a ton of fun.
those are
What does
different
that
though.
even
Those
mean?
are like scores, and like for like the symphony and stuff that makes sense. But like
Yeah.
Yeah.
for like a rock concert or something, like
Yeah,
it's
you have to
weird.
pick and choose. We've done
Yeah.
we did Sarah Bareilles, and we're gonna do Sarah Bareilles again this year.
Uh-huh.
But she's not. You don't really like
That's
dance
true.
to
Yeah.
Sarah Bareilles.
No.
It's not really. And
Yeah.
Zach Brown Band, we did Zach Brown Band there, which was a lot of fun.
Zach
And
Brown Band. Hell
some
yeah.
people stand up and dance to Zach Brown Band, but again, they're not really. You don't really dance to Zach Brown Band either.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's
pick
like
and choose.
really
you
a
have to
dancing
pick and
band.
choose who you go to see
Yeah.
at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah. I've never
Um,
been to one of the screenings with the orchestra and stuff. That sounds.
That was a
super fun.
ton of fun.
Yeah.
Because they'll like show scenes from the show while the
Mm-hmm.
orchestra is playing, and then like it's an open air venue, so they can do like pyrotechnics and stuff.
Shoot
They have like
flames
green
off.
green fire when they blew up the sept and all that kind of stuff. It was
Whoa.
a blast. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. We went and saw Kimbra recently at the
You did?
Hollywood Forever Masonic Temple.
Are you
And
for
it is-
real?
It is like my favorite venue now. The Masonic Temple at the Hollywood Forever
Really?
Cemetery is like
It's
it's so
sick.
cool.
I didn't know she was
Have you
playing
been?
there. Yeah, I've been
Have you been?
inside of it. I've
Dude,
never like
I saw
seen a show there.
I saw Baxter there.
Baxter was
Baxter
there.
was at the concert. Yeah, I saw
What?
Baxter.
That's incredible. Damn. Oh
I
my
was just
God.
me and Sasha were sitting there, and I looked across the room, and me and Baxter like made eye contact. I was
Locked
like,
eyes.
"Oh hey."
Oh my God. Baxter, for those who don't know, is a very talented screenwriter who worked on our movie, and he's a delight. And a huge Kimber fan also. He's the one who
Yeah.
informed me that that record that you have is like a $300 record now. Because
He brought
there's,
the
like-
record with him because he was gonna try to get it signed.
Did he really? Ah,
Yeah.
God bless him. I love him. Did he get it signed?
I don't know. He
Okay.
was standing outside with the person he came with
Mm-hmm.
afterwards, but we had to like bounce real quick after the concert. So
Gotcha. Well, I'm
We had to-
seeing a
we had to
movie with
get
him this
somewhere.
week, so I'm gonna ask him if he got it signed, and
yeah.
that's a delight. Incredible. Well, this has been local Los Angeles news.
Yeah. L.A. talk.
LA talk. We're deeply sorry if you don't live here, and that was just totally mind-numbing.
Is this a Star Trek podcast? I forget.
What did we watch this week? What is the Star Trek episode that we watched?
This week we watched Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Season 4, Episode 25, Body Parts,
Body part.
and a
Aptly
rare
named.
move. You guys are
Aptly
getting
named.
two Deep Space Nine episodes in a row. That's
Have we run out of Voyager
No.
episodes?
No,
Have we
Definitely
finally-
not.
we-
No.
we haven't. Oh no.
no. This was actually recommended to us by friend of the show, Lodair.
Thank you.
So thank you for that. Body Parts is a wonderful, delightful episode. Yeah, so
It's a good one. So
it was a romp.
pull out onto Hollywood Boulevard, then try to turn right and wait in
Good
traffic
luck.
for about 45 minutes just to get to the Hollywood Bowl. And then when you're able to park, walk into the Hollywood Bowl.
And then question why you decided to drive to the Hollywood Bowl and park. 'Cause
Yeah, no.
that's like
You got to park off site and then take one of their buses. It's so cheap. That's the way to do it.
That's the
and
way
then
to do it.
they'll bus you in. You just got to park off site. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
park off site, you get bussed in, then you go, you find your seat, and you sit down and you're like, wow, I'm so excited because I'm about to see my favorite podcast, and you're about to go on a trek
to the Holodeck.
I love
Check
the
out
idea that
live
we're
at the
recording the
Hollywood Bowl.
podcast. Yeah, I love the idea.
We're
that recording the podcast
They're coming
live
to the
from
Hollywood Bowl to
Bowl.
watch us record a podcast.
Yep, that's the way it goes. Ugh. We've been doing this for 4 years, and we are so famous now.
So famous.
So famous.
Oh God.
Body
parts.
Body parts.
So, but I wait before we start body parts.
Yes.
So a couple of weeks ago, Samuel was like, "I really, really want a bloomin' onion."
This is
So-
a strange craving to have.
So the only Outback we can get to is in
Uh-huh.
Burbank. So we drive to Burbank, which Burbank is like a 25-minute drive. It's not that far. It's in the valley.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
We live in West Hollywood. It's in the valley, so we go to Burbank, and so we get a bloomin' onion. It's amazing, whatever. So then Friday night he goes,
I
Mark,
want a bloomin' onion.
I want another bloomin' onion. So we go to Outback again yesterday and to get another bloomin' onion, and the server goes, "Hey,
Is
you
he
know what?
fucking with you now?
No, the server goes, you know what? If you give us a 5-star rating on Yelp and put my name in there, you get it for free."
What?
I'm sorry. Is the chain of Outback Steakhouse that hurting?
Outback is
for
juicing their
the bloomin'
their
onion.
ratings on Yelp
or
by
is this
offering
guy-
Got free blooming
by
onions?
giving out free bloomin' onions.
Or
He
is
goes-
this server wanting his name on it?
He
so
said-
that, like, he can go to his manager and be like, "Look,
Show me the Yelp review with my name in it. You get the bloomin' onion for free.
I mean, I gotta say though, if that's just him, that's like a hell of a move for some bargaining power right there.
So
yeah,
we do it. We get the free bloomin' onion.
Yeah.
And we can do this now one more time because I can do the Yelp review in my phone now.
Just start
So it's
making
now we
ghost
have.
accounts.
I guess that's true. So we now have the bargaining power to go get another free bloomin' onion.
That is insane. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
but you got to drive
you
all the way
heard-
out to Burbank."
Well, we have to
Yeah,
drive
no,
back to
Outback
Burbank, but you know
Steakhouse.
what? For a
you
free
heard it here
bloomin' onion,
first, folks. Free bloomin' onions at Outback Steakhouse if you leave a review and leave your server 5 stars
5 stars on Yelp.
5 stars.
on Yelp. Wow, incredible.
Oh.
Well,
Okay,
speaking of
body
bloomin'
parts.
Onions, body parts. Who wrote this episode?
All right.
Let's find out.
Body parts. Body parts.
Let's
body
find
parts.
out.
Let's find out. We're going on the Google machine, everyone.
All right. This was written by.
Teleplay was by Hans Beimler.
Hans Beimler.
Story was by Louis P. DeSantis and Robert J. Bolivar.
Curveball here, directed by Avery Brooks.
Yeah.
Avery.
Captain Cisco himself directed this, which isn't a surprise because he was not in the episode at all.
He was in the episode
Nope,
for like
he was in
1
it
second.
for a second.
One scene, because he was
Send me
behind
the
the
bill.
camera. He was behind the camera
I
directing.
do love
the
it when he
entire
shows
episode.
up too, and when Cork is like, "What are we doing here?" and he was like, "You gotta, I need." Cork says, "I need money for this." At the end, and you can see the little smirk on his face, like, "Oh man, I'm so glad you asked. Send me a bill."
Send me the bill.
Send me the bill. Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What do we think of the episode, boys?
Big fan. A little slow, but I thoroughly enjoy. I always love Ferengi action. Um, Capitalism is really fun to watch. Very tough to live under, but very fun to watch.
Sure.
People, duke it out for body rights and body parts and whatnot.
Yeah, like a big thing about like bodily autonomy in this episode, like a random. You don't expect
Yeah.
the Ferengi to tackle like
Body
my
autonomy?
body. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
So music was by Dennis McCarthy. So why don't we do the recap, the runabout?
Yeah.
Guys,
Do
real
the reach
quick
around.
before we jump into that, because I'm on Memory Alpha, and
Sure.
they have a podcast listed under the like lists of like credits,
Better
Yeah.
be
and
ours.
it's the Mission Log podcast about this episode, which
Okay.
is the Roddenberry Network's podcast for Star Trek,
Yeah.
hosted by two people I just don't know.
They have a network.
They have a
Roddenberry
podcast?
network. What? What does that even mean?
I don't even know, man.
The Roddenberry network.
Wait, there's other Star Trek podcasts than us?
Hosted
I
by
wasn't
John
aware.
Champion. Who's John Champion?
John
Mm.
Champion. I don't know.
Cool.
Oh, his picture is great. Anyways, I don't know. I've never listened to the Mission Log podcast. If you have, let me know how it is. But there's another podcast about this episode
Wonderful.
listed on Memory Alpha.
Jesus. Shall we wrap around? Shall we run a runabout?
Shall we reach around?
John Champion.
Hey, it's
John
Pride.
Champion,
It's
guys.
Pride Month.
It is
okay?
Pride Month. You gotta. I'm
John
wearing
Champion
my
was considered for the
UCLA
role
Pride
of
shirt.
Wesley Crusher.
Oh,
The host of this
So,
podcast was considered
that's
for
what
the
he
role
gets.
of
So
Wesley
this is
Crusher.
his
That's his-
consolation. He didn't get he didn't get Wesley Crusher, so they put his podcast on Memory
they
Alpha.
let him. Oh God, that's brutal, man.
All right,
Absolutely
we can do the reach around now.
Okay,
brutal.
alrighty. So
Who's got the timer? Who's going first?
20 seconds each. I will be the timer.
Okay.
And why don't we start with
Mark,
Why
we
don't
can
we s-
start with you so you don't feel like you have to do the whole episode by
that's
yourself.
fair. That's fair. Start
And
with
then
me,
You
and
know
then
we're
Go to
gonna fuck it
Dylan,
up.
and then I'll close it out.
okay.
Yeah,
that's
don't
fine.
let me start it.
Okay, ready and go. Okay, so Quark comes into the bar and he's being all super sweet and lovely, and then he tells Ram, "Oh, but I'm actually dying." And so the Ram is like, "Okay, well, why don't you put your body on the internet to be sold?" And then it turns out that Kira and
Kira and O'Brien and Keiko. Keiko's baby. It had to get transferred to the other lady. I'm blanking on the names. There's a really great part where oh my God, it's over.
In the end, Kira moves in with O'Brien and Keiko because they want to be close to the baby. And it turns out Quark's not dying, and he decides to break his contract. But everyone has his back, and everyone's like, "Here, take all this free stuff so you can continue to have a bar." Also, in the very beginning, there's a sweet scene with O'Brien where he's like talking about how Keiko is pregnant, and everyone's like, "Yeah, dude, she knows."
I buzzed you earlier. You just didn't hear it.
It's fine. I know.
Really?
No, I
dropped
heard
the
it. I
ball
just
on
kept
that one,
going.
guys.
Oh, okay. Nobody bangs.
Yeah, no
Um,
bangs.
Nobody.
Someone
bangs.
does get pregnant. Someone new does get pregnant, but nobody bangs.
Yes, it's no bang.
Yeah.
I really loved watching Rom convince Quark to put his life discs up on the internet. That was a delight, and it made me very sad for a second because I turned to my girlfriend Tess and I said, "This is. I think we're maybe like a year away from this actually happening." Of people like auctioning off their
There remains.
their remains, truly.
Well, and then Ram Samuel turned to me. He's like, "Oh, it's so sweet when Ram offers his life savings to buy Quark's body."
It's so sweet.
I just
Ram is
want
just the
something to remember
sweetest.
you by. I just wanted something to remember you by.
Ram is truly
Yeah.
like the all-star of this whole show. He is like the union leader. He has like the hottest wife in the world. He wins everything, and Quark always tends to lose.
Always.
Always loses. Oh. Okay, what do I have here in my notes?
Uh, let's talk about Dr. Bashir not taking on the baby in this
Yeah.
particular instance.
Are you telling me we're this far in the future and they haven't figured out a way for men to have the baby?
That was my thought. I was like, there's no way that this is. You could have taken it on Bashir, and you're just being a little selfish bitch.
Throw the
Right.
throw the baby in the buffer. Just throw him in the buffer for a little
Yes.
while.
In the pattern buffer.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no like symbiosis
baby-
chamber or
The baby
like,
might come out a little weird once you put him back in because it's been
Just
in the
throw him in the
buffer
buffer.
for a few hours. But like,
It's a
throw him in
buffer
the buffer.
baby. It's a buffer,
Buffer
baby.
baby.
Buffer baby.
since Lucille Ball, they've been trying to explain away pregnancies on TV shows since
Yeah.
like the 50s.
Yeah.
And so they have had to come up with reasons. They've been having women hold bags in front of themselves.
Pillows.
Yeah, it's like
cover
all
themselves.
for decades. And so as far as explaining away a pregnancy, they set themselves up. I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes ago. They had Keiko get pregnant. And so
Yeah.
they've been setting themselves up for this. So as far as it goes for the 90s, I think this was a really smart way to do it.
So Kira, the actor who played Kira, she was actually pregnant.
Yes, with
Yes.
Yeah, not
with Alexander Siddig's baby. This was Bashir's baby.
Whoa.
They were married at this
is
point.
This is even crazier now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
So
That's
So
for
Bashir
story
really actually
reasons,
put a baby.
he really
Kira.
did put the
he
baby in.
legit-
But for story reasons, this is how they explained it away: was Keiko told Miles that she got pregnant a couple of episodes ago, and then they had to. But now that Nana Visitor was starting to show, they had to explain how the baby got into her. So I'm
That's
like, okay, this
crazy.
is pretty good story writing as far as it goes. Yeah,
And
That's
then they have that
wild.
reveal where like
she's like,
it's in a new place.
is it in a new neighborhood or whatever she says? I forget
New zip
the
code.
new zip code.
For a second I thought this was the episode. I think it's the episode after this or the subsequent episodes where O'Brien and Kira start getting a little steamy because like he's always giving her foot massages and stuff, and they're like, "Whoa, this is kind of hot." Oh no.
She's like rubbing her shoulders and her feet and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then Quark thinking he's gonna die. And I love the line where Quark was like, where Ron was like, "Shouldn't you get a second opinion? Like, have Bashir look at it." He's like, "Bashir, you don't have to pay to see him.
Yeah, he
How
doesn't
is
even
he gonna know?"
charge.
He doesn't even charge.
My favorite was the fact that Ferengi society is the most like our current society when he
Yeah.
gets told he's not going to die and his first reaction is, I get to sue the healthcare company. It's not, I'm
From
not dying.
malpractice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's
oh, I
such
get
a
to sue the
delight.
doctor for malpractice and not, I'm going to live. But
Going-
I'm like, yeah, that'd probably be my reaction too is, oh, I'm going to get a bunch of money.
Truly.
How about that scene where Ram is the Negus?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
Uh,
dream sequence.
I
The
love the
dream
hair
sequence.
coming out of his ears. That was a lot of hair. Those are like cotton balls that they just stuck in his ear holes. It was wild. Huge shot. I think Quark's storyline is like obvious the kind of the winner here. Not that we have to compare them, but like it's
It's
really
the A
story.
storyline.
Sure.
And huge shout out to Jeffrey Combs as Brunt, as the like asshole collector who shows up to basically try to murder him in like a roundabout way.
Yeah.
uh,
You have a contract, and a contract is a contract is a contract.
it's
Yeah.
true. I mean, he's not wrong. You know, he's not wrong. What do we think those little discs look like that they put his ashes
Petri
into?
dishes.
I was
think they look
imagining
like
petri dishes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was imagining like kind of like cool, you know, those like little glass like, kind of like circular spheres that they kind of like balance a little bit. And you can kind of like spin them. You ever seen those little things?
No,
Okay.
no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I'll fuck me. Okay, I'll just stop.
no, no, I mean like just because we don't know what you're talking about doesn't
No,
mean
I know,
you
I
can't
know,
talk about
I know,
it.
I know.
No, I
But
agree.
there's-
Fuck you. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. Thank you. Um, no, they're just like little glass, like they're like little pebbles basically, but they're little glass things. I was imagining kind of like that, a little more like sanctimonious than just like a petri dish.
I was
It's, like, kinda
I was
depressing.
thinking petri dish.
I was imagining like a vacuum sealed petri dish that
Oh
like
my god, that is so depressing.
had like a label on it being like Quark's body or something like that.
The worst part about this though is like my brain was like, yeah, you know, it'd be kind of cool to own a piece of like John Williams, you know?
That's the thing. That's why they do that.
I know it's fucked up, but like
right.
my brain
right.
was
Like, oh,
"That'd be
have
kinda
you
cool,
seen my
actually."
have you seen my disc of Keanu Reeves? Like,
Yeah, have you seen my
It's right
Keanu
here on my
Reeves
desk.
disc? Yeah. Oh my god. Never, never, never.
I don't know how do straight couples do a lot of thruples?
I mean, there's a whole polyamorous like.
I guess
Yeah.
that's true.
I
I
think
the
polyamory. There's a lot of like. There's straight couples, but I think there's more like bi and like non-bi. There's like a lot more LGBT in the polyamorous.
I think
than there
if you're
is, I
in
think,
like a
straight.
polyamorous, yeah, I feel like, yeah.
so gay guys do this all the time. Keiko and Miles approaching Kira and asking her to move in with them.
Uh-huh.
That conversation is very much like the nervousness and the hey, what would you think about what is often how two guys approach a third guy to like, do you want to be in our relationship type thing? And
Nervousness. They're just
it
like,
made me laugh. It made me laugh very hard because I was like, I know a lot of people have had this conversation where it's like, we were thinking, do you want to be with us?
Like we have an extra room that you could
Yeah,
like
it's
live
like-
in.
yeah,
like we could maybe fuck also, but like,
yeah,
you know, I just
and sometimes you could be in our bed.
sometimes
But really,
we
you're
can
just
bed,
carrying our baby, so.
We don't want to be in a polycule or anything. Just you. It's not multiple people. It's just you.
He said, maybe we could
we're-
fuck.
We're watching on Paramount on Showtime. Actually, it's in Paramount. There's a show called Couples Therapy, which I like highly recommend. It's fascinating, but it's they like there's one like therapist in New York, and they film all of like not all of her sessions, but they pick like certain couples to film the sessions of,
Sure.
and it like follows them over the course of them seeing this person.
That's weird.
And this season is a polyamorous couple,
Oh boy.
and it is fascinating.
Oh
stuff.
boy.
The most fascinating
gotta-
part about it to me though was trying to figure out how they film it, because there's no cameras in the room, but they built like a very specific like office that has like like one-way mirrors, like mirrors and walls that they can have cameras shoot through to make the people feel as comfortable as possible.
This
Do the
is
couples
weird.
know?
They know they're being filmed. Like there's like, and they like check in with them constantly about it, and they have like the right
Sure.
to stop at whatever point in time. But they like to make the people feel as comfortable as possible, and like it's a real session, like a real session as possible. They don't have cameras in the room, and so it's
This is-
fascinating.
This is just, it's kind of making me sad because I'm like, this is the extent people will go to get free counseling.
I
They
know.
will be recorded and profited off of.
Yeah,
Good
I don't
lord.
know if I would let people tape Samuel and
Absolutely.
I's
Everyone has
counseling.
right, but like I think it's fascinating in the sense that like it's just getting that out there more, so people maybe might feel more comfortable going to therapy at some point.
I
Like,
guess that's
Maybe.
fair.
Are dads
um,
watching it? Are all the dads watching it? Because they're the ones who
They
need to watch it.
they could
I
use
don't
some
know.
therapy.
They
Every
could use
dad.
some therapy. All
Every
dads
dad.
need some therapy.
it's
Oh.
fascinating stuff. Anyways, we were talking about
Well,
polycules, and that reminded me of that.
No, yeah, no, that's cool.
it sounds exhausting, to be honest. Like, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. Do your thing, but
I yuck
holy
people's yums
shit,
all
man!
the time. I do not
You are
mind doing that.
the
Yeah.
yucking of yummers, Mark.
I do not have any issues. Some people are gross.
Oh my
Uh,
god,
Oh my
lordy.
god.
we need to yuck
Um,
some more yums in this
we
world.
need to yuck more yums.
Yes.
Okay.
The
Okay.
the absence of that has caused depravity to go around this world.
Mark's like, fuck therapy. I'm gonna go bully people into.
No, you
Yes.
therapy is important.
Yes.
I'm not knocking therapy. I'm just saying
They're gonna need therapy when Mark's done with them.
Yeah.
Therapy's
hell
important.
yeah.
Mark keeps those therapists in business.
That's right.
Mark makes people go to therapy. It's an important job.
Yes, he's
That's
in
right.
cahoots with the whole psychoanalysis
With big therapists.
industry.
I've
Big
already been
therapy,
reported
yeah.
to HR at my new job. So,
Big psych.
Have you really?
yes.
What did you
What?
do?
What happened, Mark?
No. It wasn't my fault. It was, again, these Gen
That's
Z
what they all
students,
say.
these Gen Z students just
What did they
being
say that
mad,
you
being
did?
mad to be mad. Because in my job, I run an office that has to run interference on certain things and run. I do space control and stuff. And so when there's bad weather,
Yeah.
sometimes outdoor events get canceled. And
Okay.
so we had to cancel an event in February
Because it was
that was
raining.
outdoors because of the rain.
Yeah.
And so it was like raining at 2. The event was at 4. So we canceled the event at 4. And then the sun came out.
Yeah.
And we couldn't
Right.
go
you
uncancel the
can't.
event.
Yeah.
And the students were so furious, they reported me to HR because it was in February, and February is a certain month. And they said that I was being racist.
Being racist.
I was literally gonna say that as a bit. I was like, I
Right.
don't know how you can twist this weird.
No,
weather
they
thing
they
as
reported
being
me to the
racist,
DEI
but-
office as they said I was purposely being racist, trying to
do it-
cancel my
they do an
the Black History
investigation on
Month
you?
event. What?
Did they do an investigation on you? The DEI?
No,
Come in
because
and
it
be
was
like,
clear.
Yeah.
I spelled it out
clearly
and it was
not.
clear, but yeah,
Like the weather, like I don't.
it was raining. I don't,
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell
Damn,
you.
dude.
The students
You
just
know-
don't like being told that that they don't like
They
being
can't
told
do
no.
something.
That's the
Yeah. Wow, that's wild, man.
yeah. That was in month 2 of my new job.
Wow. Well, congratulations, I guess. That's wild.
Good times.
I love it.
Working out of college is fun, right, guys?
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
a new.
It's like
thing
Matthew
every day.
McConaughey. It's like Matthew McConaughey. Like you keep getting older, but the kids stay the same. Like
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh god, that fucking line and yes.
Dylan,
but in like
I
the
was
worst ways possible. That's the thing.
In
is
the
like-
worst way. Yes. yes.
Scott was at the theater yesterday for snapshots, and
Uh-huh.
he wants to get an ass as well because all of his editors
is a whole-
they gotta send fucking drives in the mail to all their editors, and
It's
he's
psychotic.
like, and we're just sitting there like, if you had a NAS and they could just access all that
Yeah.
stuff online and download it onto their computer, like you wouldn't be
Uh-huh.
spending so much money mailing fucking
Mailing
drives across
shit.
the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
So he had a meeting with IT about it, and IT's like, well,
Oh
it's gonna
no.
take a lot of work. Like we gotta
It's
put
not
a whole
gonna
new
ta-
switch in, and the whole switch is gonna cost a lot of money. So you're best to just keep doing it the way you're doing it for right now, and
Stop
we'll have
it.
to have this conversation. And I told Scott to come talk to you because I'm like, they're not doing their job. Scott like 100% just like accepted it. Was like, yeah, I mean, it must be hard for IT, and we're like, no, IT just
No,
doesn't
it's
want to do their
not.
job.
Yeah, you can cut all this. We can cut all this out.
Oh,
but
I plan to. Yeah.
please, please.
I'm not going to post that I was reported HR. I'm not.
That's
gonna
a good
put that
idea.
out.
That's a good idea.
No,
That's
you don't want to do that.
insane.
Even though this is going online, it's not going to be in our podcast. But.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
why do they need to do a new?
I don't even know, man.
We just
They're
haven't
like,
been together in a while. So
Yeah, I guess we're just
we're all
hanging
just like
out at this
talking,
point
yeah,
'cause we
hanging out.
haven't really. All right, back to the podcast. I think you guys got anything else to say about this one? It's a fun episode.
It was a great episode. It was a good episode. It was kind of a do nothing episode. It was definitely one of the filler ones. It wouldn't be in a modern Trek show,
No.
just because you might have the pregnancy storyline if one of your actors got pregnant. But other than that, there was really no reason to have this.
There's no
makes me
important
sad.
plot details.
It makes
Yeah.
me sad. It makes
Yeah.
me sad that we don't have filler
We
episodes.
lose
really
this kind
anymore.
of stuff.
Yeah, because we're only doing 10 episode seasons. Like,
Basically,
Yeah.
basically all your Ferengi content is what has been taken out of new Trek. You have a show like Lower Decks that celebrates the goofy side of Star Trek. That is its own thing now. That has replaced the Ferengi storylines within the more serious shows, and that's kind of sad that this has happened this way to me.
Because there's like
and now Lower Decks
stuff.
isn't even going to be a thing.
Right.
At
Yeah,
a
what
certain
is
point, so.
what's the state of the Star Trek universe?
Ooh.
What's going on there?
A lot of it
That's a
has
good
to do
question.
with what happens with Paramount,
Yeah,
because
the
Paramount
thing-
was just bought by Skydance. So,
was it official?
mm-hmm.
It happened. It happened. 'Cause I
Yeah.
was listening to NPR yesterday, and they said it was like.
What's Skydance?
Studio.
It's some billionaires.
I know, David Ellison.
Yeah.
It's the Ellisons.
So
it's
it
this,
went through.
It's the Ellisons.
Oh, I thought it was official. If NPR's saying it's not, I trust NPR more than I trust Twitter. So
It's still. I think it's still like juggling. Well, I don't know. It said I don't know. They said that it's like close to being done, but the lady who owns the family, who is the family that owns Paramount, is like.
So this is 2
She's
days
holding it
ago.
up.
Said that another bidder had emerged. But
Yeah, it's just dragging on. I think
yeah,
because this rich woman wants to.
the person who
kinda be in
owns
the
Paramount,
limelight. Yeah, because like the moment it's sold, she's just a nobody.
she's gone. Yeah,
She's gone. So like, I think she's just trying to milk all this stuff out.
I know they're wanting to do a 32nd Century spin-off with Tilly from Discovery.
Okay.
Strange New Worlds is going to keep going because all the incel Trekkies are like, finally a white man is back in charge, with Anson Mount. But
I could care less about Anson Mount, but the show itself is good.
The show is
the
good.
show's a banger. I do
Yeah,
love the show.
rips,
I could
but-
care less about Anson Mount though.
The Prodigy drops. The new season of Prodigy drops July 1st on Netflix.
Mhm.
But that show is over essentially. We're just getting the second season.
Gotcha.
So
Brutal. That's a shame.
Trek is in a rough spot because
Yeah.
Lower Decks is over, which makes me sad. I mean, we get one more season of it, but this is the
Guys.
last season of Lower Decks.
Yeah.
Guys, so the other bidder, I'm reading this article, the other bidder that 2 days ago was talked about is producer Stephen Paul has assembled a group of investors to buy out Redstone, offering more than Ellison. Okay? Do you know who Stephen Paul is? He's
No.
best known for the Baby Geniuses franchise.
Hell yeah, dude. You know, I'm gonna be honest. We need that kind of stuff back in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I
We
guess.
need the baby genius vibe.
We
back in
need
Hollywood.
baby geniuses.
We do. You know.
So
want more baby
the group of
geniuses.
deep pocket backers for that thing is John Paul DeJoria, which is the billionaire co-founder of Patron,
boy.
Paul Mitchell, the hair care products. So
Like
Guys,
the
we just
Avengers of weird
watching
things.
billionaires just like throw money around at these giant corporations is like us like
pretty
bidding
brutal.
on something on eBay, being like, "Oh yeah, like a new computer would be cool."
Yeah.
I
That's what
I'd
it is.
spend
Yeah.
$200 on a new computer.
Yep. Pretty much. Damn, this dude has been making B movies for the past 20 years, basically. Like
Yep.
really bad movies.
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well,
The thing is,
anyway.
I don't want them to raise taxes on billionaires because when I'm a billionaire, I don't want them to tax me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course. When we're all billionaires, we don't want to get taxed.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what's important to me.
Yes.
Now, currently, I make 22 grand a year, but
Wow.
no, not a month, a year.
A month?
I
Is
wish.
there something you're not telling us, Mark?
I
Mark,
run
they
a
should be
very
paying-
successful. Me and my thruple run a very successful OnlyFans. So
Mark, UCLA
Of course.
should definitely be paying you more than 22,000 a year.
I don't make 22,000 a year.
Ooh. All right. Should we hop into the archives now that we've
Let's do
exhausted
it.
our little mouths?
Let's do it.
Sweet.
All right, so I came up with like the only amount of money that I could find in my quarters, which was like 3.5 slips of latinum. But that was like
That's pretty good.
turning over the couches. Okay.
Yeah.
3.5 slips of latinum. I have 4 strips of latinum.
Where did you
Okay.
get 4 strips of latinum?
I have been hoarding
For this exact moment.
for this moment.
Awesome.
Skipping
Like
the
money's
hollow
hard
suites,
money's hard to come by. these
skipping the
days.
hollow
Like,
suites,
Mm-hmm.
skipping the drink nights. I have been
everything.
saving.
Wow.
I don't know why you've been skipping the drink nights though. Those are free
Those
on
are
the
free nights,
station.
yeah.
Now that like now that Starfleet is in charge, it's free.
Well, no, but like not synthahol. Like synthahol. No, like the real
Oh, okay.
drinks. The,
Oh,
you have
like
to pay.
really.
You have to pay a little extra to get the
No,
the,
yeah.
Rami, the
Yeah,
Romulan
good
ale
stuff.
in there. You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Also, when I drink, I play Dabo, and that just
Yeah,
throws me. You know.
that's true.
I'm great at
So-
Dabo. I'm winning all the time at Dabo.
I think I'm going
Are
to. I think I'm going to bid on 3 discs of Lopec.
All right.
What if
I'm
we-
putting it down?
What if we just combine all of our assets and buy all of Lopec?
Well,
I
are
would
there
do
any other? Are there any other bidders at this point, Bert?
Let me see.
Wait, Pert, you're the one
Hey,
bidding.
actually,
You're the one
Varg-
running. What?
Yeah.
You're the one
Yeah.
running
He,
it. Why don't
he-
you just
he
give
gave
us
me his
Lopec?
exclusive. Well, because I told Lopec that I would make.
Wait,
him
why
some
did you
money.
put told in quotes there?
I
Does
don't know what
Lopec know
you're
you're
talking about?
auctioning his body off?
Why did you put talking in quotes there?
What?
You just said
I'm confused.
talking in quotes. I'm just talking to you. I'm not talking like talking.
Yeah, but we're like talking, you know.
No,
What?
I don't know.
I don't.
Anyway, I don't know. You guys are being really weird right now. This is very strange.
Does Lopec know that you put his body on the exchange?
Yeah, he knows. You know. He knows
Wait, you
that
just
if-
did
What's
nose
the
in
quote?
quotes
He uses
again.
The quotes again.
What do you guys? I don't know what you're. I'm just talking normally. I'm not quite sure what the deal is.
Lopec might
with-
not even. Lopec might not even die.
Lopec, look. Lopec knows.
Is he sick?
Okay, Lopec knows.
You
I
just
know.
did
I
it
know.
again.
I knew he was in med bay. I knew he was in med bay. I just wasn't sure how sick he. I don't even think
Look.
he's sick now.
He's sick. I went to him. He
Wait,
gave
wait.
me his
Is he
last
sick?
rites.
Is he sick or is he sick?
He's sick.
Okay, so he's
Okay.
really sick.
He's actually
He's
sick.
But I went to him and he gave
Did you
me
just
his last
wink?
rites. Yeah.
Do you have a
I did
signed
win.
contract? Can I see a signed
Um,
contract?
Yes, he told me, look, guys, look. I'm trying to make money for Lopec, okay? I don't know why you're giving me so much guff here, but if you do want to know, Varric has bought like 50 shares of
What?
his life rights or his life discs. So,
Why? Why would he do that?
you know, he is a strange cat, but when he gives me latinum, I don't say no, and I've sold him a lot of weird shit over the years. So if you
You
want to
know,
outbid him, you know.
I think I'm just gonna keep my 2.5 slips of latinum.
Wow.
As much as I
So-
want to.
So I can't buy any now. I can't buy any discs.
No, there's 5 left, right? 55 discs or 50? How many discs?
52.
52.
So there's
You can buy
2
2
left.
discs. Yeah, there's.
You
2
don't even know
discs
how
left.
many discs you're auctioning off.
I mean, the discs vary. Sometimes you can put less or more. So really, it's about the demand. So if the demand
Yeah, but it is
high,
low pec,
I
so
can offer.
it is. It's low pec, so you should be able to do 3 times the amount of discs, right?
That's true. He's Vulcan.
That's true. I mean, realistically, guys, I could do as many as I want.
Wait, are
It's like-
you doing the
Hold on a
disking
second.
of him?
As
No,
many
I'm
as
not
you
Don't
want.
you usually send him away and they do it on Ferenginar. Are you going to be doing the disking of him, desiccating him?
I don't. No, I don't get my hands dirty that way. I mean,
What?
what I'm saying is, I could do more discs. You know what I'm saying?
There's those air quotes again.
Those are huge air quotes, man. Like,
And you said do really long there. Something seems real fishy about this, Bert. I don't know, man.
Look. However many
I'm just
discs
gonna
you
go-
want, I can give you the discs of Lopec. That's all that I'm saying.
Are we?
Okay.
Is it going to be like someone's cat or something? Are these going to be authentic discs of
They
Lopec?
are authentic Lopec.
Okay, Lopec was in quotes there that time.
I'm just gonna throw my slips of latinum on the Davo table. I feel like I'm gonna get more out of the Davo table than I'm gonna get out of you, Perk.
I am
Alright,
gonna
yeah,
I
I-
am gonna buy a couple of strips of Lopec. I mean, a couple of
What?
discs of Lopec with no.
McCall, what
couple
are
of-
you doing?
I can't offer strips. I
No,
can only offer discs. But if you want,
not like
I can
strips of
make
bacon.
some
No, not like
strips.
strips of
I
bacon.
can make some strips of Lopec if you need.
I'll give you my 4 strips for those last 2 discs, but I want to make sure they're real Lopec and not the store-bought kind where you're doing them or whatever. I don't...
Okay, yeah, I got you. So you want to come in when I do it?
I thought you said you're not doing it.
Well, I'm not doing it, but you know what I mean.
This
Yeah.
sounds like a disaster. Where are you gonna do it?
Look, I've told you.
If I give
don't
you another
do
2 strips,
it.
I can watch.
Yeah, if you give me another 2 strips, you can watch me do it, and I will.
But where's the doing it happen? There's only one med bay on this ship. Like, you can do it in a
Yeah.
fucking like cargo bay or something. That sounds
I mean,
just like
there's yeah, I got places. Yeah,
Sounds like there's gonna be Lopec everywhere.
there's gonna be Lopec everywhere.
What is your life, man? I don't know. This is
Guys, I have a lot of debts. Let me tell you, and I gotta pay off those debts. So,
all right. I'm down. I'll come up with the other 2 strips and we'll make
Cool.
it happen.
great, that's awesome. I
I'm
will
gonna
let
go
Lopec
Quarks
know.
and throw this down on the Dabo table.
All right. I'll
Make
meet
sure
you
to
at
throw it
Cargo Bay
down at-
2.
Table 5, if you could.
Yeah, table 5.
Yeah, that's
Pay
my
out good?
table. It does,
Okay.
yeah. Pays out good.
What
got
a
out of
mess.
control
What
so
a mess.
Well, Jan is
It's what Jan gets for not being here. I'm just saying.
and not telling us. He-
All right.
Like, if Mark, if you hadn't have texted Jan, would he even have told us that he wasn't?
I
coming?
don't know if he would have told us. I managed to text him, but okay.
Alrighty, let's rate this baby.
I need to pull up the sheet. Unless you have it open. Darius, do you have it open?
I have it open. I do have it open.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, let's rate it.
All right.
Just so you know, this
So-
episode was a banger. So
Is
So-
a ripper. Yeah.
Before we go into it, the
We need to talk
holodeck
about the
scene,
holodeck scene.
the holosuite scene we're talking about is where
is
we're
great.
watching Quark get killed.
yeah, so we haven't even talked about Garrick is in this episode. We haven't even
Yeah.
mentioned Garrick. He's in
Yeah.
the episode, and Quark goes to him and he says, "I don't want to hire you as a tailor. I want to hire you as an assassin, and not
And
to
then he,
kill
like, freaks
Brunt.
out. He's
Not
like,
to
I
kill
don't-
Brunt.
I don't.
I want
I don't do assassin stuff, but I used to be a gardener, and if you need some weeds pulled,
Yeah.
Is that what he says?
yeah,
You need some weeds, Bo.
He goes, I don't want you to kill Brunt. I want you to kill me.
yeah. The beginning of the scene is great though because Garrick is talking to Morn about his pants
Yeah.
and how he let out some extra room in the seat, so when he spins around on his bar stool, it'll be nice and comfy.
Basically, when you're sitting on your ass. Like, so the scene is Quark is sitting at the bar, and he's like, "Ooh, this is good. Ooh,
Enjoying
yummy,
his
yummy,
food.
yummy." And Garrick
Yes.
comes up behind him and goes, "Crack!" and just breaks his
Snaps
neck.
his neck.
I'm gonna be
Whatever he's
honest.
eating
There was
looks good.
I'm gonna be honest. There was a half second where I was watching this where I was like, "Oh damn, how are they gonna bring Quark back to life?"
I thought he
And
was just kind of practicing on him. Like, this is what it's gonna be like. I'm gonna just do this.
yeah.
So
I thought he
then,
was
so
gonna
then
get up.
Quark
Yeah.
walks out and he's like, "That was horrible." And so him and Garrick have a full conversation, and the whole time, isn't there a
Yeah.
dead Quark just
Yes.
face down on the
Face
bar
down in
the
the
whole
food.
time?
Face
Yeah.
down in the food this whole time.
The scene is awesome, and
It's amazing.
And he's just
Quark's
like
basically just like, I don't want to die anyway. They're all terrible.
Garrick's
They go
like
through every
explaining all the
single thing.
ways that they've tried and how Quark has issues with it. Like you
Right.
smelled weird here, tasted weird here.
Yeah,
you
you
didn't want to
You
hear
had to have a
this.
body, so I
Like,
couldn't disintegrate you. Like when I shot you, it ruined your clothes. So, like,
It's beautiful, beautiful stuff.
all right,
I love it.
dialogue.
That's
Big five.
That's a big five for me. The dialogue is
Yeah?
snappy. It's fun.
Garrick listing all the ways he wanted to kill him,
wanted
and
to
Quark
kill him.
saying,
That's
"No,
true.
no,
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
no."
It is fun.
absolutely
Yeah.
rules.
All right. So romance. Sorry, it's been a while.
It's a
Romance
big
is zero. Yeah.
Big zero.
0.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, hold on. Garrick's love of
Love
killing.
for killing.
No.
Love
Zero.
for assassination.
0.
No, all right, 0.
I don't know. I feel like there's a certain amount of we can see Quark's own love for his own life through the
Oh,
ways
this
that
is
he's
quite-
like pushing back against all these different ways of. So I'm gonna for that I'm gonna give it a 0.5.
Love
Go
it.
ahead. 0.
Love that.
Action. I mean, we see his neck get snapped.
It is not easy.
No.
He's like,
He really-
crack.
He really has a time.
Yeah.
It's
fine.
definitely not one of those like quick like head spins. It's like
Yeah,
a,
no. And he's got his
I
like
love it.
mouth over his hand over his mouth. It's a big 5 for me.
Big 5.
wow, big 5.
Actually, no,
wow.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
3.5. 3.5 for me.
No, it's action packed. I love it.
Dylan's
bless you.
3.5. There is action there, and so I'm gonna give it a 2 for it. But like, is it full of action? No.
No.
You don't often witness a brutal
action.
murder. You don't often
You're
witness a
right.
brutal murder. Just
You're right.
straight out of the gate.
That's
We
true.
do
This
we
is
do
true.
see a knife to the back in this same holosuite. So
That's true. There's a knife to the back.
Okay.
Suspense. There is some like, what is going on? Why is he enjoying this food so much?
You know it's going to happen, and like you don't realize initially it's not presented as a holosuite scene. So the
No.
suspense is like he's just going, ooh, oh, yummy,
Like, is he
yummy,
getting
and then someone
poisoned?
bops
Like,
out and
what's gonna
cracks his-
happen? Yeah.
Snaps his neck.
I say
I give it like a 1.
I say a 2.
1 for Dylan, 2 for Mark. Yeah, there's a good amount of suspense for me. It's 2.5. It got me. It got me. Camp.
That's a big 5 for me, dog.
The neck crack, like
The neck crack.
So
Listing
It
the ways
reminded
that he
me-
could murder him.
It reminded me of those like chiropractor videos, you know,
The
where they
neck
put the
crack?
microphone like on people's backs and then
Ugh.
crack them.
the
Ugh.
neck crack, and then the face plant into the food.
Yeah, him being
Really
dead on the
can't
bar while they're having the whole conversation is so good.
good.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, big
So
five.
fives around. Is it Quinteros?
Quinteros for that
Fives
one.
all around.
Quinteros.
Quinteros.
Steaks. We're discussing Cork's
He's
life.
murder.
planning his death. He's planning his own
Right.
death. Stakes are pretty
Right.
high for this one. I'm gonna say a 4.
But
I'll
like
give it a 3.5.
4, 3.5. For me, it's like the stakes are high, but also for him, he's like grappling with whether or not he wants to die. Like,
Yeah.
because it's very much like for that, I'll give it a 4. Guys, computer, what's the final score? It's a 3.22.
That's about right.
So 3.22.
It's pretty good.
Middle of the road for such a short holodeck scene. It's good.
It
It's
hits
banger.
almost all the notes.
Yeah,
Just
this will
didn't have
make
that romance.
this will make Par March Madness next year for sure.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I can't
man.
wait for Par March Madness next year. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Absolute bloodbath.
It's gonna be a
I'm-
bloodbath.
I'm so stoked that our Par March Madness this year just wasn't a repeat of last year. Like it did its own thing and it was fun.
You know, we've all grown. You know, everybody's grown.
Well, the
changed,
tournament was
everyone has their-
bigger. The tournament was bigger, and the yeah, it was just it was a whole different tournament, which I liked.
Yeah. Also, Take Me Out to Hollow Sweet didn't win. So
Get fucked, okay?
What
it got
did
kicked
win?
out kind of early. I
You
don't
guys
know.
conspired against it.
I can't remember what won.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You can't even remember what won.
Not off the top of my
Lame.
head.
Yep,
Yep. No.
that's what it sounds like.
All
All right, fellas.
That was a good episode. Thanks for
That
the
was great fun.
suggestion, Lodair.
Beautiful.
What do we do in a couple weeks?
Yeah, we haven't really announced it, so I think we should actually take. Did we announce it last episode? With you and Jan, or should we take a couple seconds to be like, we're gonna continue recording the podcast, but for the next few next while, we're gonna step back to a bi-weekly, and we're hoping that will add to some more consistency with the episodes coming out.
Yeah,
Just
we
our
did
lives have
announce
been
it.
getting
We announced
Okay,
it two episodes ago.
Great.
Cool.
But yeah, so just because things are kind of crazy in all of our lives right now. Yeah, every 2 weeks will be an episode. So yeah,
Life is
Cool.
nuts.
Yeah.
We love you and appreciate all of the support.
And
shipping
hopefully,
shipping
yeah.
a bottle won Par March Madness, by the way, which is not
Nobody.
an episode to
Not a
sneeze
nobody.
at. I mean,
Yeah.
and it was up against Shadow Play, which
I sneeze on it. It's you. I sneeze the shadow play out of my nose every day.
well, shipping a bottle was the one that won. So you can.
And shipping, I sneeze the ship and the shadow play out of my nose every day.
You're just mad the baseball episode didn't win.
I'm just mad the baseball one didn't win
It also was knocked out so early.
because you
You're
guys
so early.
conspired against it. You fucks.
So early. Oh,
I'm gonna
Y'all-
bring a guest on next time to back me up.
that's
Y'all,
fine. We should have guests on for every round. We should figure that out. We can make it work.
Absolutely, I agree.
now. Figure it
Um,
out now.
Yeah, we
United
have,
States
we have
beat
8 months.
Pakistan in fucking cricket, y'all.
I saw that.
It's crazy.
Wild.
Somebody was
This
like,
year
"I'm a huge fan."
2024.
Someone's like, "I'm a huge fan of cricket, and this is wild." And you know what? I'm very glad that the United States is like, starting to take it a little bit more seriously. But you all United States fans are gonna be so fucking annoying about this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about how annoying this is.
We got
There's all
the.
these people who don't understand cricket being like, "We're so good at this sport."
I mean, it was well balled. I'm gonna say it. It was
we
well
still
balled.
have to
Well
play India at some point probably, and that's just like
I mean, I gotta say, if the United States really wants to put their whole pussy behind cricket, they're gonna be really good because we have a country full of failed baseball players that can excel at another sport, probably.
Did you say put their whole bussy behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their
that's what I
butt
heard
pussy.
too.
You're
Their
not allowed to
pussy.
use that word.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that is a very queer word, and you are not queer enough to be using that word.
But it's queer month, Mark.
I
thought could
know.
use all of them.
You have to go kiss 3 men now.
That shouldn't be hard. That shouldn't be hard
That's right.
here, especially today.
Okay. What are
Intro
our
and outro
credits?
music was
There
provided
we
by
go.
the artist Bodyline. Uses permission from the Midwest Collective.
The computer voice was provided by Verona Blue.
Make sure to check out our Discord. Even though we're doing episodes bi-weekly, the Discord is still popping off, and we would love for you to join us in there because we share some fun stuff.
Yeah, share our podcast. Share it with friends, family, enemies. I don't care who you share it with. Just share it.
Even
We
though we're only out every 2 weeks, there is a huge catalog of old episodes that are very
So
fun
many.
and
Yeah.
it's a blast. A good place to start is with Par March Madness because it doesn't follow our regular format, and it's a great place to get to know us. That's recently I recommended our tournament last year with Sean. That the first episode of the tournament with Sean. That's a great place to recommend people to start because everybody knows Sean Farrick. So, So, Paramount, CBS, whatever, Global.
I don't even know what.
We're just a fan podcast. You're going through your own thing right now, so don't worry about us. It's hard. We get it. We get it.
I'm not gonna say what I usually say to you because you're going through your own thing right now. But the moment
We get it.
come
Your
out the
parents
other
are getting
side,
divorced. It's
back
hard.
to it. Yeah.
But you know who our fans should care about is our studio that we're a part of, Indiesaurus.
Yes. Indiesaurus.
Go check out their podcast.
They got a lot of great content too. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoever buys Paramount, if they take that big globe off of the studio, I will riot because I love that big globe on the Paramount studio.
Oh man, it's a good globe. It's a good globe.
Good globe.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
We'll
hope
see
you
y'all in
guys-
2 weeks.
Yeah. Bye.
Enjoy.
Computer and program.
Nice. Nice tight little hour. Great job.
Yeah, it was.
Great job.